exciting that you want to become a philosophy major or a philosophy minor. You could do that as well. Pretty handy courses, actually. You would only need a logic course, and then we have a history sequence, which in a sense, just fills in a lot of what I was already doing in this class. And I think the ethics course is a requirement. And I think that's all you need in order for you to have a philosophy minor along with your other degree. If you want to get that, when you graduate, you have both your major plus a minor. And of course you could, if you have no interest at all in making income after graduating, you could simply be a philosophy major if you like, That's a joke too, right? You've heard the joke, engineer graduates, they answer the question, how does that work? Business graduates, how, the question they get is, how much does that cost? Health science majors graduate, how do you cure this? And philosophy majors or liberal arts majors, the question they get is, would you like fries with that? If you go, there's certain restaurants you could go to where, okay, you know that. You know how that works. Okay. Jokes. I like jokes. Which, that could be, an important part of speaking fluent of any particular language game. I think I've mentioned that my one son that we discovered has fetal alcohol spectrum disorder. As a result, he doesn't have certain gizmos in the head that are requirements in order for you to do certain technical kinds of things like driving, showing up on time, telling time, all these kinds of things. Comma placement. One of the things we really discovered was in reading. He was doing very well in reading, but then all of a sudden we hit commas, and he was furious. He just refused to accept the idea that a comma meant something and changed the way the reading of a sentence. He was so angry at my wife, who tried to explain it to him. He just, no, that, what the heck? But if you're in his boat, you're not going to be able to tell jokes. Believe it or not, to tell jokes is sort of a logical experience. I mean, if you take logic, by the way, which I highly recommend, even if you're not planning on becoming a philosophy major, I do recommend taking logic, although I won't be teaching it. I love teaching it, but I'm not scheduled to teach it anytime soon because I'm kind of quasi-retired and they just have me doing intro to philosophy. And everyone else that does logic here, I hate to say it, even though logic is important, they don't do it as well as I would do and make it as interesting as I would. But an important part of a logic course is studying fallacies, and I always love pointing out that jokes are really fallacious arguments. Basically have an argument. When you're talking about how computer code is written, you refer to things as an argument, right? It's a statement, but it's basically also considered an argument, where maybe you have multiple statements, then you have an argument, right? And if you're thinking about a joke, even a simple one, like my very favorite joke of all, I'll play this game for you. What or why do little baby ducks walk softly? Why do little baby ducks walk softly? Little baby ducks can't walk hardly. Okay, so so that's a joke, but it's a very simple kind of joke because I'm punning, right?
Yeah.
On, hardly, hard and soft, right? But hardly is also an adverb, which means they can hardly walk instead of, hardly, right? So it could be funny, to some people. And what am I doing? I'm using the same statement to mean two different things, one in the conclusion and one in the premise. And so basically it's a fallacious argument, right? Because I have extra terms in the argument, so to speak, right? So logic is important, even if you're not going to be a philosophy major. And believe me, listening to current discourse on radios, TVs, and so on. Radios, that's where you're listening to somebody but you don't see them? Yes? Okay. Never know where, there's a disconnect because of age, and all that sort of thing. But yes.
Do you Yo Mama jokes?
Do I do mama jokes?
Yo Mama jokes.
Mama jokes. Yo? Mama?
You don't know those jokes?
No. I guess not. I know Yo-Yo Mama.
Just
Beautiful
look
cellist.
up when you get home today. Yo Mama jokes. Like yo, Y-O, Mama jokes.
Okay.
They're pretty
So,
funny.
and that's in English. Yes?
They can be dirty though sometimes. Not like dirty.
Oh, well,
But they're funny.
Yeah.
Yo Mama.
Remember, I'm married, and so I don't want to listen to dirty jokes because, my wife will come out and smack the hell out of me, What are you listening to that for?
Play it on speaker or something?
Yeah, I have a speaker.
Oh.
How else are you going to listen to something?
What are Yo Mama jokes?
What are you? Oh, well, we could ask ChatGPT.
Is there another quiz question?
Well,
That was like really cool for me.
yeah.
Is there a quiz question?
Yes. Of course, I should figure out what it is right now that I've got the. We should figure it out. I already have it posted, so I better. Actually, I think yes. The quiz question is for you to listen to an argument between Boris and Mary Beard. Are you familiar with? Did you see it posted anywhere?
Yeah, it says right here, listen. There's a second one, right? It says, who do you think won the debate, Boris or Mary?
And that's what?
Is that the quiz question? There's a second quiz question?
Is that it? Uh-oh. Why am I not remembering the? Oh
I have
my
the quiz
goodness.
question.
I'm messing it up. Oh, these are my UA credentials. I don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, but you have the, so yeah, there's a debate, intelligence squared debate between Mary Beard and Boris Johnson, who for a while, remember, he was the mayor of London. I think I showed you the scene where he's he arranged for James Bond to jump out of the helicopter with the Queen Elizabeth, ha ha ha. But he was also the Prime Minister of England, and he is in a debate with Mary Beard, who teaches at Oxford, and her specialty is ancient civilizations, the Greeks, the Romans, and in the debate, the two of them are arguing over the issue, who had more influence in our civilization, the Greeks or the Romans? And it's just fun. And so I was hoping you would listen to that and decide who won the debate, despite whatever the crowd, because that's the format of that debate, is that the crowd votes prior to and then after, and they decide who won the debate. But despite the crowd's decision, I'd be curious what your feeling is who won the debate.
Okay, so the Yo Mama jokes, it's a lot of them have to go with like your mama's so fat. So you ready?
Is that fat F-A-T or P-H-A-T?
Fat, like no. Yeah. So Yo Mama's so fat. When she fell, I didn't
Because
laugh.
P-H-A-T means she's terrific. Right?
Okay, you ready?
Oh, you've got it. Oh, so you're telling me a joke.
Yeah, your mom was so fat. When she fell, I didn't laugh. But what did? Well, like this. Okay, I don't know how to say this one. But the sidewalk cracked up.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they're like real. Okay.
I think that's sexist, and I think it's mama-ist.
Your mom was so big. Her belt size is equator.
It's probably even anti-elephant, because if your
No,
mama
okay,
was
I
an
don't know, these are
elephant,
like, this was middle school stuff.
elephants are really
So, like,
quite
do you
quite
remember?
slim.
Do you remember
if
your
you're,
mama?
if you're an
Of
elephant.
course I remember the jokes.
Yeah, you have to look them up. They're interesting. They're definitely like, I don't know, but some of them are pretty funny. You might want to look at
Well,
them.
the first example you gave me was just absolutely pitiful.
Okay,
So,
well that was the first one on there, and I just.
I
read
mean,
the first
my
one.
joke about why little baby ducks, walk softly, that was, way better than your example.
Okay,
I like yo-yo
okay,
mama.
this one might be funny. I don't know. Your mom was so fat, she brought a spoon to the Super Bowl.
Your mama? Can you say that again?
Your mama, so fat, she brought a spoon to the Super Bowl. Like, cause it's a Super Bowl, like it's a big bowl.
It's not. It's a football game.
Yeah, but, okay. It's like, no, okay, never mind, it's just a different kind of joke.
You shouldn't bring spoons to the Super Bowl. That
No.
would not, they probably wouldn't let you in with it, because that could be used, as a device.
Yeah. So you
I'm
said
just teasing you.
okay, I was like, I'm sorry, that was middle school for probably, I think, all of us. She knows these jokes too, but, so you, class Monday, you said, and then we have.
Tyler, are you familiar with Yo-Yo Ma? No, Yo Ma,
I am.
those jokes. You are familiar with that?
Yes.
I was something like
See, I just.
Yeah, I did too, except I had a little brother who would do them every night before dinner at the table, and my dad would be like, okay, Dawson, it's time for dinner. Please stop. So, constantly, you just look them up and memorize them, and you're like,
Does your family eat dinner together?
we used to, and but then when we got into like high school and everything, sports, till like 9 o'clock, and then, all that kind of stuff, so kind of just got.
We have one of those families where everybody eats when they feel like it, and they just go to the freezer, grab whatever frozen thing they want, nuke it for a minute or two, and then
That's how it is now for us.
go to wherever their computer is that they're working with. And so we know other people are in the house, and the dogs keep track of who's where and when, but for the most part,
Yeah.
we don't really have like a community gathering. Although we actually will communicate on our network, so I'll Facebook,
Your Facebook.
and say, the dog is still stuck in the car, like last night, because I came home and the dog just didn't want to get out of the car. She likes it there. So I left her in the car. But I wanted Eliza, when she got home, to give it a try, and so I messaged her. So, but I'll see you on Monday,
See you on Monday.
because we're still having class on Monday.
And then
Did
we'll
you
see
get
you
too
on
much sun
Friday.
the other day?
No, I just read every time.
Oh, well, that's fine. My one ID card, my cheeks are so red, it made it look like I was drinking Jameson's before I had the picture.
Oh.
No? Have a good weekend. You don't have to wait out there. You could come in. I realize I'm over.
Those chairs are coming.